It's Madden NFL 22, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Bears and the reigning Super Bowl champs, and it's coming up next.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Chicago Bears and the New York Giants. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now on first down to the right side and complete to Thomas. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Well, this defense for the Giants very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Let's go.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. First carry now for David Montgomery. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first down, Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr going to throw. And this is incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The numbers for him from a week ago: 9 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
And when I watch them operate, I see a unit that's playing with extreme confidence. Offensive line, tight ends, wide receivers. You see a group that wants their number 8 rusher in the league end up being in the top 5 before it's over.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A give to Barkley out of the gun.
We got this.
Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Akers. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. A handoff to Barkley. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
On first down, Akers, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he won't get much, maybe a couple, down inside the 35 to the 34. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Barkley. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll run for it with Akers. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. And that'll set them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Dancing to his left. Nifty job there on the scramble. Got 12 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now Jones. being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So it's first and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? They'll look to run with Akers. And he takes it into the end zone for a Giant TD. Cam Akers, as the first half is winding down, and the Giants have taken the lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that about as lengthy a drive as you're ever going to see. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense, as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack from the quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. So we've reached halftime here, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Fair catch called for and taken just inside the 10-yard line. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Akers to start the third quarter on the ground. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Going right back to Akers. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Barkley a first down and more. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good,
yeah.
Backside guys,
nah.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
At the 47-yard line.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Throwing Jones. slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. They give him a gain of 38. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run here with Akers. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Here's Akers. They try and run. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. They'll run with Barkley, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all total. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bears now ready to take over again. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, put the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Well, you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Azeez Ojulari gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Now Carr, got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, They can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 67 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Akers. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Giants. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
We'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. That one looks like he'll throw here. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point hung the upright a bit, but it gets it to go. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Chicago offense set to get started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing again on second down. Carr. This one swung out to Montgomery. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Carr now to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Again, it's Carr. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So a victory here for the men in blue.